What NSFW question have you always wanted to ask the opposite gender? Men, does the tip of your dick ever touch the inside of the toilet bowl and you just wanna die? Yes. Disgusting feeling. Single mom here. My son walks with frequent mini squats, or a wide step, etc. I presume as a ball adjustment in public. Do I need to buy him looser underwear? I think it's mostly due to the sweat, which causes a lot of itchiness and stickiness. The best solution would be to use talcum powder over there, since it absorbs the moisture and keeps it dry and itch-free, but if the problem still continues, then think about the looser underwear. With one of my exes we were pretty open. When we took a shower together, not trying to do anything sexy, sometimes we would just experiment with the other one's body and ask the weird questions we never dared to ask. For example, I asked her if her vagina filled with water when she goes for a swim or stuff like that. She would play with my penis and got really amazed when I showed her it's really flexible when not erect. We learned a lot and it was fun. So my eyes falls on the breasts of my friends while we talking for just seconds or less. Do you notice this and what's your reaction to it? TBH, whenever I do it I feel ashamed and awkward, and now I try to just look at the floor as it's really hard for me to look at eyes and talk. Yet I have noticed it sometimes, but I am not offended. If you are just openly staring at and talking to my breasts I would be annoyed, but if you just glance for a second it's not the end of the world. I do it too at times, even when trying not to look. Italian guys, does holding your crotch really give you good luck? It's not good luck, it's when you hear an ambulance siren or someone says something bad is gonna happen. We usually just touch metal like you knock on wood. Do boobs float? Yeah, swimming makes them nice and perfectly perky. Which is fun when you have big badonkers, cause those babies aren't perky on their own. Is it true that men can feel the flow of their pee from their bladder and through their urethra? Yes, at least down the urethra. Does it hurt when you jump with big tits? Oh, yeah. High support sports bras exist for a real. Women, if you hug a guy, how aware are you of your breasts pressed against him? Because us guys definitely notice the feel on our ribs. TBH, I never feel it even though I have bigger boobs. How do you pee with a boner? What does it feel like to have a boner? It's slow, inefficient, and sometimes hurtful. Like releasing a dam via a hole. Do y'all ladies like the butts of the male variety? Yes, definitely yes. Is it as convenient as I think it is to pee standing up? Peeing standing up isn't hard. If you practice you can even pee from a distance or do zigzags. The real problem is peeing standing up while having a boner. Does anal feel like taking a shit, but with it getting in and out? It feels like the need to poop. I find just having a finger on my clit is enough to keep my brain from going there and goes to the stretching/filling up sensation instead. What does it feel like to have something in your vagina? Is it just a lot of pressure, or what? For me, it's a really nice stretching sensation, accompanied by the feeling of being full. Not sure if that makes any sense, but that's what I get out of it. I also prefer for my BF to keep it in while we cuddle for a while. BC, when he takes it out it feels emptier than before we started, and it's a weird feeling to me. Do you actually like hand jobs, or do you just think about how much better you are at them the whole time? It's not that I can't do it better, but the sensation of not your hands doing it really changes things. Some women are good at it, in my experience. But most of the joy just comes from being touched. Men who ride horses, how do you do it with balls? I want to teach my nephew to ride, but I have no idea about the mechanics of testicles nor how to manage them at a sitting or posting trot. They really shouldn't be an issue. Just like sitting in any other situation, male genitals are higher up on the pelvis than people seem to think, so they don't often get low enough to be sat on. In saying that, learning to bounce with the horse will make him more comfortable, but I'm sure that's true for women that ride horses too. What is it about boobs that guys love so much? They're so round and, I don't know. WTF. This whole comment thread is better sex ed than some people get in school, lol. What do girls chit-chat among each other about boys? My GF shares a bit and her friends seem to talk about their respective boyfriends, kind of how you would expect to talk about animals. Mine does this. OMG, mine does this, does yours do this? Etc. etc. A lot of commentary on mannerisms and how they try to fix the frustrating ones. I don't hear about the sex talks. I find it interesting because with me and my friends we rarely talk about our female counterparts. For us, they don't come up unless it's one of those deep talks and they say they're really happy / have regrets. Major life decisions type talks. I have no idea how any of my friends' girlfriends load a dishwasher, but all my HFS friends know how I do, lol. Do men get erections even when they aren't sexually stimulated in any way? Ignoring morning wood. Yep. You can get random erections as a teen and it's pretty annoying. They mostly stop when you get older, but you can still get random erections, and I find that they sometimes happen when I need to pee. What does it mean to have a throbbing cock? It's when you're so horny that your body tries to pump blood into your dong even though it's already at maximum hardness, thus giving a feeling of your heart beating in your cock. What does wearing a short skirt feel like? Breezy, but when you sit down your thighs can stick together and that sucks. If you're wearing a skirt that is loose, then even a light breeze means that you have to hold it down. And it's hard to bike in them. You kind of have to bike with your legs together or keep the fabric down between your legs with one hand. You can run around in skirts, but climbing and stuff is hard to do without flashing anyone. Also, I hate sitting on plastic chairs with short skirts or shorts on. The feeling of the plastic on my legs is horrible and it leaves a print on my legs. Actually, longer skirts are best for hot weather because you get the same amount of airflow, but it keeps the heat of the sun of your legs and you don't have to choose cafes based on if they have cushions on the chairs in order to not stick. This sounds like a lot of cons, but I love wearing skirts and dresses. They make me feel so feminine. How can some dudes sit with their legs crossed? Does it ever hurt? Also, how TF do guys comfortably ride a bike? Boys' bike seats are even worse. Riding a bike isn't bad, your balls just kinda sit on top of the seat. As long as you don't hit too many bumps, it's fine. But if you are going for longer rides, then you need compression shorts. As long as the boys don't bounce around too much, it won't bother you. How do you wipe your ass with those long acrylic nails? Same way, you just gotta be careful. One time I stabbed my coochie with my stiletto nail and that hurt like a bitch. But yeah, no, same way that people with short nails do. I'm a dude, so not really a question for the opposite sex, but guys, do you ever get so hard your dick just hurts? Yes. Do you ever get an erection in public if you see someone attractive? My question is, don't you see our erections in public? Sometimes just sitting at a desk for a while and getting into sleep mode could trigger a random erection. We try hard to hide these stuff. How do men not feel like they have a literally swinging weight between their legs? Is it uncomfortable? At least women can wear bras, and even then having big breasts is uncomfortable sometimes. Our underwear is essentially a bra for our balls. What happens to your pee-pee when you guys poop? Does it hang in the pot or do you hold it? It hangs. Just hangs. I hold mine down. Sometimes on smaller toilets, if you're really unlucky, it hits the bowl, which is fucking gross. But it doesn't hang near where you poop, so it's okay. What does it feel like to have breast implants? I don't feel any different than I did with natural breasts. The implant itself is firmer than natural, if you're wondering what they feel like to touch. Chicks with proportionally large chests, how do you feel about your boobs? I am a 34LL. I hate my breasts with a passion. I would give anything to be AD. I am always conscious of them. I have to wear a bra all the time and they hurt, dig in, are generally uncomfortable. If I lie on my back they flow into my pits, if I lie on my front they push up and choke me. Sat down they create sweat and stick to my ribs and I have to put something between them. In a bra they stick together again, I put a piece of paper or something between them. They wake me up in the night. They weigh 12 pounds each. You ever carried something 24 pounds around with you on your front all day every day? Not fun. My bras cost around $100 each, they need to be custom made. Then I have comments all the time like that I need to dress professionally, because the owning of huge milkers in themselves in unprofessional. But they look hot and I would die for tits like yours, etc., so how can I complain? If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in more Reddit content. See you in next video.